Hunt 'em Big with Steve Bartylla. Brought to you by Bush Hog, Easton, Reconics, Heater Bodysuit, and by Wildlife Research Center.
Mock scrapes are one of the most underrated scouting tools there are, and one of the most underrated hunting tools there are. If you control the ground or can get permission from the landowner, obviously you can't do this on public ground, but a great tip is when you're trying to inventory the bucks on those summer food sources, just go ahead and cut a tree that when planted 3 feet into the ground, take that post hole digger, dig that hole 2.5 to 3 feet down, stick it in there and make it so that that licking branch again is right there at nose level. You do that, you put that 15-20 yards out into that opening. Point those licking branches back towards your tree stand. Okay, you are attracting bucks to that location, known distance from the stand, licking branches pointing back towards the stand, so you are focusing their attention away from you. So you got all day to sit up in that tree, come to full draw, pick that spot, let that arrow fly. Add a scrape dripper, some scent, and it's going to help. But not every buck is going to come over there. Does it matter when that 140-inch 8-point comes out, marches 20 yards over there and poses for you? At that point, do you care that that 1.5-year-old buck didn't do it? No. What we're doing is we're trying to stack the odds, just give us a little bit more of an advantage. So now you're killing 2 birds with 1 stone. You're going ahead and sucking those deer over for the shot when season comes around. But before then, you can go ahead and place a camera right on that scrape tree, and you're going to get an inventory of the majority of the deer in that area, especially those more mature bucks. They want to come over, they want to check it out, who's here, who's not. I'm going to leave my scent to let everybody else know. Okay. Works great for scouting and for hunting. Same with inwoods. If you are trying to figure out if you've got a mature buck that's using this funnel, you're trying to figure out if you got a mature buck using this trail, you're trying to figure out if you've got a mature buck in this general area, go out there and slap some mock scrapes in. Slap some mock scrapes in. You don't even have to go ahead and use cameras on them. What you can do is come back 2 weeks later, check the dirt for large tracks. If you have a overly large size track, guess what? You probably have a mature buck in the area. Doesn't mean he's got a lot going on in his head, but odds are he probably does. Is at least decent. Okay. Then lastly, on your inwood stands, feel free to slap mock scrapes around them. Again, make it so that licking branch is pointing towards that stand at a known distance. If it's a good idea on those to go ahead and use a scent dripper and put some active scrape in there, but you don't even have to on all of them. Now, as I said, you can go ahead and do that on one and then create 3-4 more mock scrapes around that stand. It does nothing more than try to get that buck to stop as he's going through at a known distance, focusing the attention away from you. And it doesn't have to cost you hardly anything at all. It's a nice, easy little trick to use.
Hunt 'em Big with Steve Bartylla. Brought to you by Bush Hog, Easton, Reconics, Heater Bodysuit, and by Wildlife Research Center.
Mock scrapes are one of the most underrated tools there are for both scouting and for hunting. No, you're not going to go ahead and draw Mr. Big in from 4 ridges away. But if he's in this area and if he's going through, you put a mock scrape where you want that shot to occur, and you know what? Odds just improve that is where your shot's going to happen.